Hey all, this is Austin with Alpha Zen, and today I have a really good video for you on Latin American seduction. But before I go into that, I want you to hit the like button on this video. If this is your first time to my channel, hit the subscribe button to get notifications on when I upload new videos. Okay, so this is going to be a very cool technique that was used on me, and it's more so for the women out there than the guys, but for you guys, this is something you need to be aware of. I met this hot Latina outside of a club once, and I remember talking to her and her getting close to me, and she did something very interesting that immediately turned me on and kept me thinking about her for months after that. And what she did was, she said she needed to whisper to me because I asked her if she would come home with me, in an indirect way. So she put her right hand around my neck and pulled me close in and started whispering in my ear, my right ear. Then she took her left hand and placed it over my groin, and then she started to caress slowly, very, very slowly, my groin as she spoke to me in my right ear. Now, the conversation or what she said was not important, but to sum it up, I realized that she was a working girl. But during that conversation, her whispering in my ear and slowly caressing my groin, I never got so turned on. And as I said, I started thinking about her months later. This working girl, this woman knew her stuff. She knew how to push the right buttons. The whispering in the ear, closing the distance, putting her hand behind my neck, and then putting her left hand softly on my groin. Even though this was kind of like an aggressive move, it was still done in a very sensual, sexy, feminine way. I mean, she had me. She had me. Consequently, I did get her number for a date the next day. She called me for the date, and I actually blew it. I actually blew it because she called me very early in the morning. And I'm like, oh, it's like 7 a.m. Why don't we, why don't you get some more sleep and then, call me back around noonish and we can go for lunch. And she never called me back, and I left several messages and never heard from her. Of course, I wasn't going to pay her for her services, But that's an example of a really hot technique. Now, I'm titling this Latin America Seduction because you will see that in Latin countries, they are more in touch with their sexuality than we are here in America, especially in places like Brazil. Sex is not a big deal to the women there. But America has a big hang-up, and we're very sexually repressed. So what does that mean? That means that the women in these different countries are okay with you being a little sexually aggressive. They're okay with you touching them, caressing them, and they will return in kind. And they get into this whole flirtatious thing, which is wonderful. I remember there was a woman, she was demonstrating Latin America dance techniques, and she said it's all based on flirtation. That's what it is. That's the dance techniques, flirtation. Man chases woman, woman runs, woman comes back, man chases her again. But anyway, I just wanted to make this quick video on this so you get an understanding of how great it is to be with a woman who's in touch with her sexuality and who is sexually aggressive in a very feminine way. This is Austin with Alpha Zen. Until my next video. See ya.